Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel, and today we have got a Fight Night Champion special. I'm going to be interviewing the two final contestants who will be competing for the Fight Night Tournament Heavyweight WBC title that will determine which one will be the undisputed Fight Night Tournament champion of the world. He stands at 5'10", has a reach of 76 inches. He is the WBC and IBF middleweight champion. He has a record that states 207 wins, 83 losses, 135 by way of knockout. He's the 5-time US lightweight champion, 5-time North American champion, and a 3-time lightweight world champion.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook.
I'm careful, man. I think he's a little tired, though. Woo! Yes!
I bring to you none other than Kid Ray 8, aka Fight Night's finest. Hey, yo, what's up?
What's up, guys? Hope you guys are all doing fine today. Just really looking forward to this bout with davedarippedone, and thank you for the interview once more, Rhythmworks.
Hey, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, kid. First of all, I've got to ask you, when did you actually start your Fight Night journey?
I started it back about 2011, November on the 24th, back on Thanksgiving. And basically from there, I tried my best to become a better player by just boxing and doing the things that I've seen on TV and just trying to be as systematic as possible. But at the end of the day, those things don't always carry over onto the actual video game. So I started taking pieces and bits from what I've seen during my online gameplay, and I then became 90-15 and had quite success online until I came across a very good fighter in Doughboy 78. Took me under his wing and turned me into a 90-15 fighter to 991 wins, 33 losses in the lightweight division, and taught me the ropes and turned me into a top 100 fighter in which I reached rank 33 before taking a short break from the game.
Wow, I like the way you just said that like you were just making a cup of coffee. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's like, yeah, I've been busting heads. I've been busting close to 1,000 heads, and you know, what's for dinner? Yeah, man, very impressive. Very, very, very impressive. Right now, I want to basically big up none other than HZ Gaming. He's the person that actually put the whole tournament together, and actually your opponent, davedarippedone, had the idea in the first place, but it was indeed HZ Gaming that basically implemented the nuts and bolts of the whole thing and put the whole thing together. So I want to big him up as well. I just want to ask you, when was your first meeting or your first pairing with HZ Gaming that got you into the Fight Night tourney that we all know now?
Basically, he made some tutorial series on his channel that basically explained the different styles as well as how it goes with the gold and silver and bronze boosters and what styles he believes was the best, followed by gameplay example in the video. And afterwards, I sent him a message asking if I can feature that playlist onto my channel so other people can see the different types of styles and understand, have an understanding of the different styles in the game.
See, how did you actually get into the tournament?
Well, I got into the tournament because davedarippedone made a suggestion to me about starting a Fight Night tournament and whether I would be interested in it or not. And just speaking to HZ Gaming of the tournament rules and things that were going on, and asked me if I would support the idea, I was more than happy to do so. And that's pretty much how I got started into the tournament.
Okay, cool. I mean, you know, for me, it was a great idea. I mean, there's been many tournaments that's been held throughout the release of Fight Night Champion. Some have been very, very successful. Some have been very dubious in equal measure. But I think, you know, upon personal experience with with the caliber of fights that I've seen, because I no longer really play the game more than so, but I do keep up with the fights that have been going on, and I've got to say the caliber of fights that I've seen has been tremendous. And I'm not just saying it because you're here, I'm saying it because I really, really do respect the sportsmanship and the skill and the craftsmanship and just the sheer pugilism of most of the contestants that has been into the tournament as well. Let me ask you another question in relation to the tournament. You have an impressive 10 wins, no losses in the tournament so far. I've got to ask you, within the 10 wins that you basically had, who was the opponent that you will cite, or that you care to cite as being the one that gave you the most problems, the one that gave you the most trouble?
Well, to be honest, the one that gave me the most trouble so far was actually AC Gaming for you. It's due to the fact of how close the scorecards were. He fought a really different style that I wanted to come forward, and at the end of the day, I had to just give up on that strategy and back up just a little bit and switch to a counter-punching style, which I do believe gave him some trouble and allowed me to take the victory. But just due to how close the scorecards were, he is the guy that gave me the most trouble.
The penultimate question is, as both of you are inside fighters, I mean both you and Dave the Rip One are inside fighters, what will you personally look out for from your opposition? Which is really the punch or the type of combos that you know of his that can basically be devastating if you happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time?
So the combo from what I've seen now will probably be most dangerous is that little whirl move that he does with his head in order to create a counter to the body. I feel that will cause me to lose quite a bit of stamina, and inside fighting may not be the best route to go in this fight.
Okay, cool. And my final question is, what is your prediction for the fight?
Honestly, I'm not looking for a knockout. I never go into a fight expecting a knockout. I always expect to go the full distance. I do believe that I will win most of the rounds, maybe since it will be a 12-round fight. I'm expecting I'll win 9 out of the 12 rounds. And it will go to a decision, probably with no knockdowns, because he is a fighter with very good defensive movements as well as very good counter-punching ability. So I feel if I can outbox him and take that away from him, then that will give me the keys that I need in order to win the fight.
Without further ado, I'd like to wish you all the best when you enter that ring, the gladiator that you are, and I hope that the best fighter wins. Kid Ray, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Keep up the good works on your channel. Your channel is very, very informative. Like I described in a couple of my videos in the past, you are a fight night nut, and I say that with the utmost of sincerity and respect. But you're one of the people that basically goes in deep with the fight night champion game. And 2 years since its release, I haven't really seen anyone that's basically put a lot of work into it. As deep as yourself and HZ Gaming and a handful of other people as well, and it's with you guys that keep the whole community together as well. So I'd like to just big you up and thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Vice. To you as well.
You're more than welcome, Bless. All right then, well, take it easy. You know what I mean? Just get your rest, and get your rest your hands, rest your fingers, whatever you got to do, whatever your ritual is before you get into the ring, and I wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And here we have Fight Night's finest opponent, standing at 5'11" with a 76-inch reach, weighing 160 pounds. He is the WBO Fight Night Tournament champion. He has an impressive 437 wins, 186 losses, 277 by way of KO. His tournament wins stands at 6-1. He is the contender for the heavyweight WBC Fight Night Tournament Championship of the world.
Minute to utilize. Look at that. He is not in good shape. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. It's intended to the head. Big shot.
Final match of the tournament for the main belt. Nothing personal to AC Carnes or Oh My God, it's Rambo, but I'm really hoping that it's me versus Fight Night's Finest in the finals. Just because I know the kind of caliber fights that we put on, and yeah, it's going to be a great one.
I bring to you none other than Dave the Ripped One. Make yourself known to the people, Dave.
What is up, Fight Night Champion community?
Hey, it's good to hear from you, Dave. Really, really good to hear from you. When did you start your Fight Night Champion journey?
I've been playing since day one, man.
Cool. I want to take the opportunity to actually big you up and big up 8Z Gaming. I want to big you up for the simple fact that you actually had the idea for a Fight Night Champion tournament, and 8Z Gaming was the guy that actually put the nuts and bolts of the whole thing together. So before we even go any further, I just want to say thank you for, you know, for basically bringing the idea to the fore and actually getting the whole, helping to get the thing up and running with 8Z Gaming and bringing, you know, a slew of world-class elite sim fighters to the Fight Night community.
I appreciate that, man. Big up to him as well. He's the one that, you know, put my idea into motion and brought the whole thing together, so.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, well, first of all, I just want to ask you, how did you get to meet 8Z Gaming for you?
I joined the gym not too long ago, well, actually about a year ago, and he was in the gym, and we quickly became friends, and he showed me a lot of the defense that you see in my videos today.
Another question I want to basically ask is in relation to your tournament wins. You've had 6 wins and 1 loss. Can you tell me, if you even care to tell me, who did you deem as your toughest opponent in the tournament thus far?
Easily Relapse. He's also the one that beat me the first time, and he holds 2 wins over me so far, so he was definitely my toughest opponent.
Yeah, I gotta say, Relapse comes at you like a Mack freaking truck, man. No joke. You know, he's all about pressure and just breaking your ribs and splitting your kidneys open. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's a tough opponent, a very tough opponent. As both of you, and I mean both you and Fight Night's Finest, are both inside fighters, what will you look out for from his gameplay, his fighting style? What would you look out for him that you know that if you're standing in the wrong place at the wrong time that he will basically, you know, give you problems?
He has a devastating body game, and basically he's just smart. Like, I'm really going to have to be careful throwing punches, because if you throw the wrong punch at the wrong time, it could be lights out.
Yeah, I hear that. He's, you know, he's very methodical. He's a very methodical fighter, and you know, he did mention that, you know, he doesn't come into any fight looking for a knockout, which is a very wise move on his part. You know, he's a very clinical boxer, and yourself as well. So it will be very, very interesting to see the turnout of this fight. Now, I mean, with Fight Night's Finest, I mean, I will say on record that I've seen the fights for the last tournament that took place, and I've got to say, is like the fight that he had, the semi-final fight he had with Relapse, was probably one of the best fights I've ever seen in a long time. You know, it had his ups and downs and his thrills and spills. So, you know, and for Fight Night to basically come through that, you know, it was a good thing on his part. But my final question to you is, what is your prediction for the fight?
Dave the Ripped One. I can't even fathom any other way, because losing can't be an option if I plan on winning.
Well, Dave, I didn't expect and wouldn't expect anything less of you. Thank you very much for your time. It's been such a pleasure to be rapping with, you know, one of the elite players in the game, you know, a cool dude, a cool brother, you know, someone that's helping keeping the fight night community alive with their gameplays and things like that, that we all can learn from, you know. So, you know, thanks for being in the family, thanks for staying in the family, and thanks for keeping the whole thing alive with your impressive pugilism. I thank you.
Thank you, man.
You're more than welcome. And have a good fight, and I'll be there basically cheering both of you on, man.
Awesome. I'll see you later, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Peace.